Thank you for visiting my swim page. This video is more specifically geared towards all the swimmers that are trying to get into the junior lifeguard program. In my opinion, the 100-yard swim for the prerequisite is one of the hardest out of the other two, which is treading water for 5 minutes, underwater swim for 10 yards. If your kid is not used to swimming, and when I say swimming is more of like a competitive swimming, that you're engaged with the freestyle stroke, aware of how to turn, how to swim more properly and efficiently, then your child might be in that category that they're 5-10 seconds off, or even more in some cases. I've worked with hundreds of kids in the past year or two, specifically for the junior lifeguard program, and with most cases I've had kids shave off 5 to 10 seconds to make their time, or even a minute to a minute and a half. Kids are very resilient, specifically when they want to engage in something that they want. For example, the junior lifeguard program. If it's indirect pressure, their friends making it and them wanting to be part of that program during the summer, or just their parents forcing them to do it as one of the prerequisites for them to go to the beach on their own during the summer instead of always being supervised. Whatever the goal is, just keep in mind that swimming is a sport that's completely different than any land-based exercise or sport, meaning that we're used to walking around, we're used to running, we're used to engaging with gravity. When you're in a body of water that's completely taken out and we're weightless, and we're swimming around in this fluid that is completely different. So keep in mind that time is of the essence, in the sense that the kid should be swimming as much as possible, or working with someone like myself to really tap into the efficiency of the swimming. So the basic fundamentals of swimming to cause less drag as far as resistance in the water, and to move the body through the water more efficiently to help with the speed. After this particular video, I'm going to show one lap, 25 yards of myself swimming as efficient as possible, working on all the steps that I really stress on all the kids. And again, this is all basic elementary fundamentals of actual swimming, breaking it down into its barest form. So step one, I really stress, is the hand hits the hand. We do hand hits the hand because it forces us to reach as far forward as we can before we start the pool, as well as it promotes the pause, which is also known as the gliding phase of a stroke. Step two is thumb hits the thigh. We make sure to pull all the way back behind us, because if we can pull 100% water with as much of an arm pull as we can, we eliminate any inefficiency that there is. Step three is side breathing. Side breathing is extremely important just because breathing is very, very hard in swimming, and it doesn't come easy. Therefore, if we try to become as efficient as we can while breathing, we take out any of the negative interruptions within the swim stroke that breathing causes. So allowing those 3 steps to really be the main focal point, it will guarantee your child to swim faster and be more efficient. The last step that I teach is obviously the legs, the kicking. I don't want to put too much emphasis into the kicking, because if you look at swimming, it's extremely complicated when you're trying to piece all these pieces together. And the only thing that should matter with the kick is that he or she should be splashing, making noise. Making noise means that the legs are up towards the surface of the water. That is helping the body move forward as far as forward propulsion, as well as eliminating drag, meaning that the legs are going down under and causing us to actually pull the legs. We want the legs to be part of the swimming, meaning that when we kick, we're moving the body forward. And then we add the arms keeping the body moving forward. Now we're using all parts of the body to move forward. Again, efficiency, using as much of the body to help us move forward. Remember that the 100 yards, typically in most of these pools here in the United States, are broken up into 4 laps, 25 yards each lap. I guarantee you that most kids will always swim the first 25 yards, perfect. And then each 25 yards after will get messier and messier and messier. Messy means that those 3 steps that I just talked about, and the 4th step being the kick, falls apart. Therefore, the child is working harder and swimming slower. Those 2 things have to completely be eliminated. So making sure that your child can swim consistently all 3 steps for the upper body and then the last step for the legs will keep the consistency in place all 4 laps, 100 yards, and I guarantee you the time will stay consistent and you'll be able to put more effort into the swim. So please stay tuned right after this for the next part, which is again me swimming. And I completely exaggerate the swimming and I break it down into those 3 steps, including the kicking step as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me, email me, and I'm more than happy to work with your child. I guarantee that just even with 1 session, we can at least eliminate the biggest weakness in whatever your child is having an issue with, which will be huge when it comes to trying to get the ultimate swimming, which is 100 yards under either 1 minute 50 seconds or the 2-minute marker. So don't hesitate. I'm here to help out. I've been teaching swimming for the past 20 years. I swam Division I college. I have the expertise and the beauty of it. I also have a kinesiology background, which essentially pieces a lot of the science and the functionality together. Thank you. Swimming.